Happening today. It is very cold outside, but not as cold as it's actually going to be this time tomorrow.
That is scary to think about. The bitter blasts of air heading our way can be downright dangerous to a lot of people, especially those who are homeless with no place to go.
News 8's Brian Spiros live in New Haven to explain what people can do to stay warm in the days to come. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, guys. The wind is starting to pick up out here, and it is already very cold. As you guys just mentioned, it's only going to get worse. And you know, when the temperatures get as low as forecasted, it can really be a matter of life and death for some people. Now, because of all of this, Governor Malloy has activated the severe cold weather protocol. It starts tonight and goes until Saturday morning. The governor is encouraging cities and towns to consider opening warming centers to help people who are essentially homeless. It doesn't take much for shelters to fill up in the state. These warming centers can really help with that overflow. Now, the goal is to get as many people off the streets as possible. The No Freeze Project, for example, will help people find beds or a place to stay. And if all else fails, there is some money to help pay for a hotel room.
We do the most we can, but the number of beds that are out there is the number of beds, and we've got to be mindful of, you know, our staffing constraints at the shelter. As much as we want to go over 50, you know, we've got to also be safe and within the guidelines.
So again, these warming centers will help with all the people who can't find beds at shelters. In addition to all of this, make sure any elderly family members are warm in their homes. The kids should also be bundled up when they head to the bus stop today, but especially tomorrow. And as always, pets should be indoors. A good rule of thumb here, if it's too cold for us, it is certainly too cold for them. Keith and Laura?
Brian, now if someone doesn't have a warm place to stay, how can they go about finding somewhere to actually go?
It's actually pretty simple, Keith. All you have to do is dial 211 on your phone. You'll be able to get the information you need and find out where you can go to stay warm. Now, obviously, a lot of people, especially those who are homeless, don't necessarily have access to a phone. So if you notice somebody who's outdoors or you know of someone who needs a place to stay, you can certainly call for them and then let them know where they can go. Reporting live this morning from New Haven, I'm Brian Spiros. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Brian, thank you. Now you can get up-to-the-minute weather information anytime, any place, right at your fingertips. Just download our free Storm Team 8 app.